done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk. I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
Tonight, it's the National Football League. Super Bowl 57. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. They get it to Ayuk outside. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On play action, they'll throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. It's a foot race. First touchdown of the Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Niners have taken the early lead. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. His first carry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. A tackle that time by a Akello Witherspoon.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing is Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, that's complete to Hines out of the backfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Jackson. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
29-yard line.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment.
It's funny, we had our conference offensive coordinator. What did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Ravens 3.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2nd and 9 now. Flush to his right. He's going to take off now. Loose football. The ball comes out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. They'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. You think about it, Charles. This is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. And that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
2-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. From the gun, it's Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
That one good for 14 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Complete to Marquise Brown. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Niners' 32-yard line.
They run with Hines. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll try to run with Hines, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. On on second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it third and goal. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Third and goal, Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
It's Ryan for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball. Whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback, you have a much better opportunity.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Throwing again, Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Ravens going to use the second. Of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First and 10, it's Jackson eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards to gain there, second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 31-yard line.
Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
A 45-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Point conversion.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And this play is going nowhere fast as he goes down. That one might need to go back to the drawing board as they fail on the two-point try.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
The conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Jackson. Dancing to his left. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, there to make the grab. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, Hines. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second and 4.
On second down and 4, Jackson will find Dobbins out of the backfield.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They go play action with Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. Touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 43 yards. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He was trying to get it to Jerick McKinnon there, but it'll be second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 more on that one and another first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Javon Kinlaw. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and the pressure gets to him again.
Loss of 6 yards. And it's
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Jackson. That is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marvin Humphrey. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. After the interception, here's Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football. It's knocked away and incomplete.
intended for Naheem Hines. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and
2nd and 10 now from the 27. A shotgun snapper to give to Dobbins. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On 3rd down, Jackson going for it all. Got a man, it's caught. For the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
49ers 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory. They have been outplayed tonight. And they get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance. The passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
15 yards on the play, first down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That one goes for 8 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run with Dobbins. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And he's going to let it go deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. CD, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here.